There are so many easy ways to record audio, and your iPhone is actually perfect for it. However, with AI tech improving all the time, a device like this lets you take your recordings to the next level. This is the Plaud Note. The Plaud Note is a sleek metal device about the size and just as thin as a credit card. The Note is essentially a voice recorder designed for iPhones and Android phones that allows you to do much more with your recordings. It captures calls and meetings, then uses ChatGPT to turn those transcriptions into neat summaries. Notice that tiny toggle switch? Well, flip it down and the Note's mics start picking up sounds around you. Flick it up to call mode and a vibration conduction motor kicks in to record your calls. So some pretty cool tech in here, but is this a device that can slot into your life? So the burning question is this product truly worth that asking price? Well, let's first start by unboxing it. So unboxing the device, and inside the box you'll find the Plaud Note, a MagSafe case, a magnetic ring and a USB cable for charging and data transfer. That is really it. Let's take a quick look at the design of the Note first because I really do like it. With its ridged front and smooth back, it surprisingly feels great in your hand, not to mention adding a rather premium look and feel to your phone. The first thing you notice when you pick up the Note is just how thin it is, or more like how not thick it is. It's only 3mm and made of aluminum alloy, which gives it this sturdy premium feel. Honestly, hats off to the engineers for pulling off such a slim and solid design. Just for reference, up top you'll find two tiny mic cutouts, giving you dual mics for better audio capture, and on the back, at the bottom, there's a magnetic charging connector. This design keeps it super slim since they didn't need to add a USB port, which to be honest is a win for both the look and feel overall. But the real magic really happens on the inside of this thing. As mentioned, the Note is packed with a dual pickup engine, so it's not just your typical voice recorder. It can record voice notes like any regular recorder, but it also picks up phone calls. Instead of just relying on voice, it reads the vibrations from the phone for a more accurate transcription experience. Let's talk about the app. Surprisingly, setting up the app on your smartphone is a breeze. Just grant a few basic permissions, pair the device with the app, and you're good to go. Once that's done, you can immediately sync the Plaud Note to your iPhone and start viewing your recordings. This lets you have access to all your transcripts along with ChatGPT-powered summaries and mind maps. You've got different templates for all kinds of situations, meetings, calls, lectures, voice memos, and more. It really takes your recordings to the next level. As a voice recorder, the Plaud Note does a solid job. Its two tiny microphones capture audio pretty well. I'm not sure how it would handle a large conference room, but in smaller, more intimate settings, it definitely picks up sound clearly. What really makes the Plaud Note exciting isn't so much the audio it collects, but what it does with that info. The recording quality isn't the big selling point, it's all about how it processes and shares what it captures. That's where the real value is.
Several consent events. One for the default status and at least one more for the update after the CMP interaction. You should always check that no cookies are set without user consent. For more on Google Consent with version 2, sign up to our free course in the link below. You will learn how to implement it and what happens if you don't, whether you need the basic...
Now, once the audio is recorded, it's transferred to your phone, where ChatGPT steps in to handle the transcription. This is where the device comes to life truly. Let's be real, transcribing your own recordings is a total pain, even in the best of circumstances. But the Plaud Note goes above and beyond by not only transcribing, but also creating summaries and mind maps of your recordings. The whole setup, from the voice recorder capturing every detail to the AI delivering a concise text summary, is honestly kind of mind-blowing. It works really well. I won't lie, it's not perfect though. It can struggle with overlapping voices and some accents when transcribing. But overall, I found it way more accurate than most transcription tools I've tried. The ability to add timestamps made it super easy to fill in gaps and fix any mistakes. Definitely a step up from the usual transcription experience. The summary tool is super handy, especially when you run it alongside the mind map after manually editing the transcript. It really helps break down a complex meeting or jog your memory about details from a long interview that you'd probably forget otherwise. It's like having a personal assistant to make sense of everything. The Note can actually record up to 30 hours straight, and with 64 gigabytes of onboard storage, it can realistically hold over a year's worth of recordings, so you won't have to worry about running out of space while using it. That said, the app does have a limit on how much it will transcribe and summarize. Only 300 minutes per month come with the unit. If you need more, you'll have to subscribe to Plaud's online service, so do keep that in mind. An annual membership bumps your quota up to 1,200 minutes a month. The paid subscription also gives you extra features like speaker labels and more advanced summary templates. Along with the dozen templates that come standard, like meeting notes, speech, consulting meeting, and lecture, you'll have even more options to customize how you organize and summarize your recordings. But as mentioned, this is a monthly investment, not a freebie. Now, when you toggle the switch up, this activates the phone call recording mode. The cool part is this mode turns on the vibration conduction sensor in the Note, allowing it to capture the internal phone sound with precision. To record a call, just snap the Plaud Note onto the back of your smartphone, slide the toggle up, and you're all set. Once again, the audio quality isn't mind-blowing, but where it really shines is the AI. Just keep that in mind when you listen to this.
We all have so much leisure time on our hands, and personally, I only work 2 days a week. Of course, I'm just kidding. The reality of what has happened 30 years later is we don't work less. We just write much longer Word documents. And our PowerPoint life.
As mentioned, even for phone calls, the device cleverly converts the vibrations from the caller into useful text. While it doesn't capture your voice, it still gives you a pretty detailed breakdown of what your caller said. Of course, it might miss a thing or two here and there, so some editing is needed, but overall, it does a solid job of picking up key details. Now, all in all, the Plaud Note isn't quite the all-purpose AI assistant it aims to be just yet, but since I started testing it, the Plaud app has received several updates with new features added regularly, so there's definitely potential here. That said, it does come at a higher price than basic voice recorders, so you'll need to make sure the time and money you save from the faster workflow it offers justifies the cost of the device and any subscriptions. Overall, the Plaud Note is a reliable all-in-one solution. It does a solid job with transcription, uses AI to turn those transcriptions into meaningful formats, and gives you great options for sharing and exporting. It's definitely not a device for everyone, but it's one that can be really handy for a large consumer base.
As always, be sure to check this product out in the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Till next time.